2。
2。2だね。2が出るぞ
ー。excessive. Ja, Halloween is ja, ja, die is wel, die is wel.
One of the strangest periods was during the period when I had my neighbors building something. I had multiple strange experiences. What would happen was there was a time period when I had neighbors up and down and left and right. And the clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right, and I was here stuck in the middle with you. And the clowns to the left of me, they started later, I think, if I remember correctly. But first it was the people in the ceiling, and they were building something.
Fucked up shit going on! Fucked up shit going on! World's all fucked up! It's all fucked up shit!
And who knows what it was? We still don't know. We still don't know. We'll never know. But given my sleep cycle is more like a motorcycle than a bicycle, if you know what I'm saying. That is to say, it's unpredictable. It swerves all over the road, and you never know what's going on with it. And given that predicament, there were many times when I would be awakened at like 8 a.m. when the work started or whatever, and it would just continue ad infinitum. And so I had many times of poor sleep during this period. And then, just when the nightmare was over, the nightmare began again, as it tends to do. And this time it was the clowns to the left of me, and they were building something else. And this was an even bigger project, and I actually know what was going on with this one, right? They were building a reflector dish to reflect sunlight directly into my room. That's what they were doing. And the thing is, you think I'm joking right now. You're like, oh, this is typical. Who am I again? The hypothetical man. This is the hypothetical man with his hypothetical plans, making hypothetical things to say on a hypothetical place, right? That's what you're thinking? No, it was not hypothetical at all. They did that. And it's still there, and every summer, it's angled such that in summer it catches the light and reflects it directly into my room. I don't know how they got planning permission for this. But this reflector dish, it has something to do with the Death Star, right? I'm calling it the Death Star. It's all very space themed. There was a period with some sort of something, which consisted of my hypothesis that what I would do would be role play Star Trek style. And Star Trek style meant I was on a spaceship, but that never came to fruition. You can find the remnants if you search hard enough. There are remnants to be found. Okay, hold on, I'm in a bit of a pickle right now. Okay, I've solved my pickle. But anyway, that... But anyway, the reflector dish was supposed to take a short period of time, and it ended up taking a long period of time. They actually said this will take like 4 months, and supposedly this is what the contractors told this lady. And I met this lady, and I hate her. I hate her because she ruined my life for a year. So I think I'm allowed to hate her. This reflector dish was supposed to take 4 months to construct, but it ended up taking a whole year. And of course, I was there the whole time, getting blasted with all kinds of noises and stuff for like a year. And that.
What's with this room? How am I supposed to live here? Investigating a property with a strange layout. Find the best properties in Japan with Fang Tokyo. Come on in. This strange thing. What is this for? Despite the first floor being
Wicked!
this strange thing. What is this for? Long and narrow, it doesn't feel cramped. Oh, what? A glass wall? It must be the bathroom. It's not the most spacious, but it's nice and clean. And here we found the toilet. I'm happy to share that there's a spot for a washing machine. The basement features durable plastic tiles that resist scratches and stains, perfect for various uses.
Perfect for various uses.
The kitchen is on the second floor. It has a 2-burner stove. You'll have to get creative here. It's quite small. Still, this skylight gives the room a bright and open feel. And beyond there, oh, the mysterious space from earlier. This area not only improves ventilation, but also brightens the first floor. It looks like there's something up here. As it turns out, it's a loft. You could set up a bedroom here.
That sucked. And so that also, alongside it just being an unpleasant sensation to be blasted with noises for a year.
In addition to causing hearing loss, excessive noise exposure can raise blood pressure and pulse rates, cause irritability, anxiety, and mental fatigue, and interfere with sleep, recreation, and personal communication.
Was also an unpleasant sleeping arrangement to be blasted with noises for a year. I ended up having a long period of my life during which I had very little sleep at all. I mean, that fucked me up. There's nothing else to say. That made me go nuts for a while. And then you add on to that a period of studying at an institution. And in this institution, again, pays no mind to the brains of whoever's there and whether or not they're capable of maintaining a cycle, a motorcycle or a bicycle. And so that too then ended up interrupting me. And I mean, it was a large part of my insanity, I would say. Last night I had a dream that I had a friend who was a tech CEO, but he was running out of money, and he needed money quick. And he had an app that was popular, but not profitable, which was basically PayPal.
it was like a way to store and send money. And he kept trying to tell me ideas he had for how to generate a profit, and every single one was just fraud. And I kept trying to tell him, no, you can't just do fraud. You can't lie. He was like, oh, what we'll do is I'll host a charity drive. I'll say, come donate to this charity, but then I'll just take all the money. And I was like, that's just fraud. You're just going to go to jail if you do that. And he kept coming up with ideas like that. And I kept telling him, you can't do that. That's just fraud. And then eventually he was like, well, what if I charge like 1 cent to use the service? And then since we have like 1 million users or something, like if that might be enough money. But it wasn't, we did the maths and it wasn't enough money, especially when you factor in the people who would leave because they don't want to pay the 1 cent charge. And then we kept thinking about it. And then literally this is what happened is I came up with the idea. But then as I came up with the idea, I could feel myself waking up. And so I could feel myself waking up, and I knew I had to tell this guy the idea as quickly as possible, and I only had a few seconds before I woke up. But I needed to tell him how to do it, so I was like, you can get your company valued, and then you can go to a bank and you can put your stocks in the company as collateral and take out a loan, and then you can have the money as a loan if you get your company valuated. I was trying to tell him that just before I woke up, and I did tell him that, and then I woke up.
.速度制限標識は解除されるまで守ります。原則速度標識と制限信号が同時に出たときには低速指示を優先します。制限解除。制限標識は解除されましたが、制限信号の時速70キロを守ります。
No, it should be fucking obvious that none of this bullshit that isn't actually a visual novel, but the hybrid bullshit should not be on the visual novel database. It's not a fucking visual novel. I understand the Runs is grandfathered in. I understand that Phoenix Wright is grandfathered in. Grandfather them out, motherfucker!
By the way, I did lie actually. The first was the second, but the second wasn't very good. So this is the new second, and you'll never see the real second. Thanks for watching.